So we are back at Duo in Draft League. I am playing with Kiri again. Kiri, say hi.
Hi.
In case you guys don't remember, I already played with Kiri in a previous Draft League and we won together, so I said, okay, I like winning, so I'm playing with Kiri again. This time we are playing...
I mean, I like winning too, so I accept it.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna carry Kiri, obviously, but still, it's good to have someone to carry. We are playing in the OFC of season. This is Paldea Dex Draft. You already know OFC because I have uploaded it like 3 different times already in this channel. I won the last of season that I played, if I remember correctly, unless there was another one in between, but I don't think so. And we are playing a new one. This one is with DLC, so we have all the new mons like Deepling, which you can see in the logo, also Overpawn and etc. None of the DLC mons got banned, not even Ursaluna Bloodmoon. And there are 2 Terra Captains, you will see later which one we got. But to start, we are gonna talk about our first pick. We were second pick overall. The first person, if I remember correctly, got Iron Valiant. So
Yeah, it was Valiant.
the one that we decided to take was Roaring Moon, Kiri.
So the thing about Roaring Moon is that Paldea Dex is like limited, so most mons lost stuff. Like you can't look at a mon at Gen 8 or below that didn't lost something and got worse. Roaring Moon got buffed. This behemoth got knockoff. So there's already fast mon that's almost the fastest mon in the dex with like a very high attack stat that can boost its stats with boost energy. Got D-Dance, also got stab knockoff now. So finding a switch into a like non-boosted Roaring Moon is already insanely hard to do. And after D-Dance, stopping this at all is like almost impossible. It can hit like most types super effective with like some kind of coverage, even if it's acrobatics. And originally planned to like mix this with a Hisuian Samurott, so Samurott can like set up spikes because it's like the best spike setter in the format, and like set up 1, 2, maybe even 3 spikes and then go in with Roaring Moon and just sweep. Sadly that one got sniped, so we had to like get a bit different roster than we intended to, but like our plan was to just pick Roaring Moon, pick some support mods and just win every game with sweeping. So like yeah. It's like so insanely offensive. Nothing really wants to get into this. Like, name a mon that's more threatening than Roaring Moon right now. Like offensively at least.
Because we were not able to go for the Samurott, we decided to go for hazard spam in a different way. That way was with Golden Go. Yes, I am drafting Golden Go again. I draft this mon in like almost every draft that I go. This mon,
yeah, what a surprise.
First of all, it pairs very well with Roaring Moon. It resists all of the weaknesses of Roaring Moon. Fairy, Bug, Fighting, Dragon and Ice. All 5 of those are resisted by Golden Go. And Golden Go gets 3 of its 4 weaknesses resisted by Roaring Moon. So they pair very well together. Golden Go is also a sweeper, which can help. You are gonna see later, this draft is like so offensive. Like almost everything is hitting very hard, including Golden Go, of course. And hazard spam goes very well with mons with knockoff like Roaring Moon. So spamming hazards, keeping them up thanks to having the best removal blocker in the game, because it can block Defog and Rapid Spin. With a Roaring Moon is really gonna be able to just pile up against our opponents. Now, next up is an OFC Classic. You have seen me draft this mon in OFC, and it's coming back. Not a Terra Captain like last time, but it's still coming back, and it is Gyarados.
So yeah, we got sniped of Hisuian Samurott, so like we needed a water type to assist Golden Go, and maybe even a flying type to assist Golden Go again, because Golden Go is like insanely overpowered, but like it still has weaknesses. So this mon fits perfectly here. It like handles the weaknesses Golden Go has that aren't covered by Roaring Moon. It has Intimidate, which like in a hyper offensive team helps like taking some hits. Yeah, it can just set up with D-Dance. D-Dance Moxie is insanely powerful. If like all your prep is for Roaring Moon and suddenly Gyarados sets up against you and like you still lose anyways. Yeah, just a insanely good D-Dance sweeper. It has bulky potential, like a bulky Chesterberry set or something. Yeah, it's insanely good here. It's like it's good in the core. It's good individually. And remember, it's Paldea decks, so like there's less stuff for Gyarados to worry about, less good electric types. You know, like it's not just better overall. Everyone tries to pick Ogerpon, which Gyarados is a semi-switch into. So Gyarados is just great here.
Originally, we wanted Lycanroc Dusk over Gyarados, which, because it could be a Terra Captain. You have already seen Terra Captain Lycanroc Dusk in this channel before. It's so strong. But we got sniped, so we went for Gyarados, which, as Kiri said, has a perfect core of types between these 3 months. Next up...
Yeah, I mean, like, Gyarados is like the better mon than Lycan Dusk, sadly. I like you want the Lycan Dusk because the dog is funny. But yes, in hindsight, Gyarados fits the core way better than we like thought originally. But yes, next up.
We have Vikavolt. We wanted Ribombee, but it got sniped, so we went with the next best sticky web setter, because we are going for a hazard spam, as we said, so we wanted webs. And Vikavolt is very good at keeping webs up because it's so bulky and Dengo can prevent their removal. Vikavolt is also extremely strong. It has one of the highest special attack stats in all of Paldea. It's very bulky, it has Levitate, it has a good type to pair with the rest of our team. Like, we are kind of getting weak to rock because of Vikavolt and Gyarados, but besides that, which is very manageable, we are really... This mon is like really fits our team. It can ball switch into any of our strong mons that don't want to come in into hits, like for example Roaring Moon. And just overall, with the mons that we are gonna get later and with the mons that we already have, sticky waves are very powerful. And I don't have much else to say about Vikavolt, but next up we have Torterra. So, Kiri?
So yeah, like, for those who didn't read the text on the screen already, why Torterra, you ask me? And like, if this was pre-DLC, I would have said no fucking idea why we pick this mon. It's slow, it's 4 times weak to ice, it doesn't really have anything. This mon now has Shell Smash and Headlong Rush. So this mon transformed from a very bad, like, low tier mon that nobody wants to pick into one of the most oppressive setup sweepers in Paldea decks. Like, I mean, I'm probably like overstating it a bit, but like, after a Shell Smash, nothing wants to switch into this. Like, Headlong Rush, Rock Blast, Bullet Seed, Terra Blast. Name a switch in, you know? 56 speed is fast enough to be like really fast after a Shell Smash, especially with the assist from Sticky Webs. This is just, you know, like, it's hard to prep for Roaring Moon, it's hard to prep for Roaring Moon and Dango, it's hard to prep for those two and Vikavolt Gyarados. And then suddenly you have a Shell Smash Torterra in the back, that's also the Terra Captain. Prepping for the squad, like only this 5-mon squad is already so hard. Torterra does so much. Like, being a Terra Captain, it can also like just get immune of the ice weakness with like, I don't know, Terra Steel or Terra Fire technically. So yeah, this mon is insane now. The buffs are so good.
Also, it was in tier 4, not tier 3, so not only so good, but it was kind of underpriced. So we got it very cheap. This mon in tier 3 was like acceptable, like okay, cool. In tier 4, this mon is so good. Next up,
yeah, like at tier 4, it's so threatening. Like, you know, name a tier 4 that's even remotely close to as threatening as Torterra with Shell Smash, you know.
Now, talking of tier 4s that are not threatening at all, we have Colossal. This mon, why did we pick this mon? Okay, so we wanted removal. That's pretty much the entire extent of it. We wanted removal, Colossal is removal, let's go. Also, I forgot to put
I mean,
Colossal up here in the image. Oops.
it's so not threatening that you didn't even put it on the screen. Anyways, yeah, but like you forgot the fact that it's like rapid spin removal. Like, you know, we could have just picked defog too, but like imagine we set up 5 hazards and then we defog. Yeah. So we specifically needed spin, you know?
And not
like that's the only.
This mod sets up those hazards because it has spikes and rocks, and as Kiri said, it's rapid in, so we can keep those up and the webs up. And I think we don't have any more hazards coming later, but still, we can keep them up. The typing is very bad, and we didn't want to make this mod a Terra Captain because we have another Terra Captain coming up, but still, Colossal, in our opinion, is very good here, defensively into our team, because look at our team. Like, nothing has really a defensive role. Like, yeah, Roaring Moon has good special defense and recovery, but so what? If this mon has forex weaknesses, this mon has, like, it's not really a defensive mon. Vika Bolt lost Roost in the DLC, sorry, in Paldea in general, not just the DLC. So this mon, like, cannot go for a defensive role. Torterra can go for a defensive role, but Torterra is gonna struggle to do that because it has, even though it can be a Terra Captain, it's not that good at being a defensive mon. Colossal has defenses up the roof, like it's like 120 HP, 120 defense and 90 special defense, something like that. It's so bulky, and yeah, it has 2 forex weaknesses, but we can work around that. Now, I'm gonna also talk about the next mon, which I'm very excited to draft. In fact, this mon is the one mon that I wanted to draft since the beginning. This entire time I was thinking, okay, I want to get this mon, and we went for a card that goes well with this mon. Medicham. Medicham is coming back. You have already seen Medicham many times in my channel because I uploaded it in the Gen 3 draft and in pretty much half of the things that I do in BGC draft. Sorry, in regular Gen 3 BGC. Medicham the Terra Captain. In case you didn't know, in Paldea right now, Medicham, with the help of its ability, the pure power ability, has the highest attack in the entire game. No other mon gets so high. There were some mons that could in previous, like in National Dex draft, like for example Mega Heracross has higher attack. But there is no Mega Heracross here. Medicham is the king of the attack stat. This mon hits so hard and it has close combat, which is a very high base power attack stab. And also, it's our Terra Captain, so it's hitting even stronger. We can Terra fighting and pretty much everything can die. And to add up to that, this mon is on a webs team with a golden go to keep up those webs. What is going to answer this Medicham? What is going to survive the hits? Pretty much not many mons in this game can. And the few that can, like for example a Cresselia, physical defensive Cresselia, can quote unquote take on Medicham until we go for Terra Ghost and Terra Blast and we do so much damage. We plan to use this mon to just break any defensive core in our opponents with the insane damage that it has. And also, both Medicham and Golden Go are like part of my favorite Pokemon, so you know I wanted to use them. Talking of favorite Pokemon, finally a mon that is in Kiri's favorite Pokemon, it is Furret. Kiri, you can talk about Furret?
So yeah, before I talk about Furret, I'm going to talk about the all of the scam that has been happening in this whole draft. So like, Captain knows I like Samurott, Captain knows I like Lycandusk, and he said, okay, we're gonna pick Samurott, we're gonna pick Lycandusk. So like, we both have like equal terms of mons we like, and then I get sniped off like every single one of them. And so like, my last draw was like saying, hey, we need a tier 5, we need a normal type, we need, I guess, more removal, you know, we need something funny, and then we decided on Furret. So yeah, now we have Furret, the only mon I like apparently. So this mon is pretty funny. It got tidy up in the DLC, which is the signature move of Mousehold, which is basically Dragon Dance that's also defork and removes subs, which is a very insane move. It's not as good as Mousehold because it just hits less hard, but Tidy Up is still a good move. It's a kind of fast mon, and it can still hit decently hard after Tidy Up. It still can like click, stab, double edge. It's kind of okay. It's it's a tier 5. It's not gonna like warp like anything, but it's just a funny new addition from the DLC. It can do something sometimes. It's funny. It's like, what more do we need than like it's funny. It's just our little boy hanging out at tier 5 being our mascot,
Before you guys think that, oh no, Furet is such a waste, you guys didn't see the tier 5, there were no good tier 5s. It was like this or Mons equally as bad, so why not go for it? And that's it, that's the yeah?
I mean, even the national decks tier 5 is miserable, And then in Paldea decks, it's just like picking a tier 5 that's usable is just a feat in of itself, Like tier 5 is mostly just anything at all, so we just went with the funniest one.
So that's our draft. We are gonna be playing in 3 games in the plains. If we manage to end up in the top 2 of our pool of 4 people, we will advance. We will be uploading this over the week probably, so stay tuned for that. And that's it, so goodbye, and I will see you in the games.